Hi, my name is Jennifer, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to multiply radical expressions. So grab a pencil and some paper and work through these examples with me. Let's take a look at this first example. We have the square root of 3 times the square root of 12. Now, when multiplying radical numbers, as long as it's the same radical, we can multiply the inside numbers. For example, these are both square root symbols. So because they're both square root symbols, we can multiply 3 times 12, which is 36. And 36 would stay underneath the square root symbol. Next, before we can say this is our complete answer, we need to simplify 36. If you recognize 36 as a perfect square, you know that 6 times 6 is 36. So this answer is 6. Okay, let's try this problem. We have the square root of 2 times the binomial square root of 14 plus 3. We're going to use the distributive property to solve this problem. We're going to first multiply square root of 2 times the square root of 14. Because they're both square roots, we can multiply 2 times 14 and put that number underneath the radical symbol. That would be the square root of 28. Next, we also need to multiply the square root of 2 times the second term in the binomial, which is positive 3. Now, positive 3 is not inside of a radical, so we can't multiply it by the 2, which is inside the radical. So we'll sit them next to each other. We'll put our positive 3 first, and then we'll put our radical 2. Next, we need to see if we can simplify this any further. Let's take a look at this 28. If we make a factor tree of 28, it's 4 times 7. 4 is 2 times 2 times 7. There is a pair of 2's inside 28. So another way of writing the square root of 28 is 2 square roots of 7. Over here, we can't simplify the square root of 2. It's a prime number. There's no perfect square inside, so we're going to have to just keep it the way it is. So even though it looks like we haven't multiplied and added them together, this is as far as we can take this problem without using a calculator. So your final answer is 2 square roots of 7 plus 3 square roots of 2. Okay, let's multiply one more problem together. We have the binomial square root of x minus 3 times the binomial square root of x minus 4. We're going to multiply both terms in the first binomial times both terms in the second. So let's begin. We'll multiply the square root of x times the square root of x, which is the square root of x squared. Next, we'll multiply the same square root of x times the negative 4. Now, because the 4 is not inside of a radical symbol, we can't actually multiply them together, so they'll sit right next to each other as minus 4 square roots of x. Next, we'll take the negative 3 and multiply it to both terms in the second binomial. Negative 3 times the square root of x is negative 3 square roots of x. And negative 3 times negative 4 is a positive 12. Now we're going to try to simplify this expression. We'll go one term at a time. If we look at the square root of x squared, we can simplify that to x. Next, if we look at minus 4 square roots of x, it has the same radical as the minus 3 square roots of x. So those two middle terms, we could combine negative 4 square roots of x minus negative 3 square roots of x is a negative 7 square roots of x. Our last term is 12. There's not another constant for 12 to add on to, so we'll just add him to the back. So the final answer to this multiplication problem is x minus 7 square roots of x plus 12. Now, if you have any other questions about this topic, please contact your professor or stop by the Math Tutoring Lab or watch this video again.